sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and we are making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show, go to Reaver.one and hit the shop button. How's everybody doing? I'm sitting here. I've seen a lot of polls. I've been watching the polls, looking at the polls. I don't trust the polls, but I'm looking at them. And a lot of them have Trump winning Florida. I just looked over to Fox. Oh, my God. Wasn't a huge fan of Rupert Murdoch, but can he please come out of fucking retirement? Your sons are ruining your news agency. I am so sick and tired of it. Oh. It drives me up a wall. And they're just showing these bullshit goddamn polls. They would have called them out. And instead, they are bending over. And never mind. It just is a pet peeve of mine. And when you look even at their polls, you look at the bottom. And you look at the data. Yeah. Out of likely voters, most likely voters, they got to pick and choose the data to get the results they want. It's not all voters on these polls that Fox shows you. It's most likely to vote, confident to vote, maybe voting. Heavily Democrat leaning. It just... Oh, and they think people are stupid and can't see that. Now, don't forget, everybody, tomorrow is Election Day. We will have massive election coverage right here at SHR Media. It'll just be, we got a large lineup of incoming people. Just looking over the current news. Jill Stein agrees with Trump. Hillary Clinton. Presidency means nuclear war. A mushroom cloud waiting to happen. Depends on... Just, I'm looking through and... Oh, Janet Reno, former Attorney General, has passed away. She died early this morning. She was 78 years old. She died from complications of Parkinson's disease. Always sad to see a lot of people go. We're going to be delayed slightly for the show. I'm going to put on a commercial. I have a personal issue I got to take care of here. Oh, where did that go? Somebody's here, and I got to deal with it. Once we come back from this, we will go straight until the top of the hour. We will be right back.
And discipline remains mercifully.
Yes, and neither would you, Derek, this star nonsense.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
I'm sure of it.
you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to train your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the wall for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears. Wish you were here.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back. Sorry about that. I really, really apologize. Sometimes issues pop up during doing shows like this. And hopefully you enjoyed the little music I had for you for a moment. Meantime, I got to read check on some stuff while trying to finish up that stuff and the other stuff. And, the stuff that I was talking about, but the stuff we can't talk about. All right, if you haven't noticed, I'm being a smartass here. Let's take a listen in on Trump real quick.
Smart people. And Obamacare is a disaster. Everything's wrong. Our country doesn't win anymore, we're going to start winning again, okay? Real change begins with immediately repealing and replacing Obamacare. It's just been announced that the residents of Florida, sorry to tell you this, folks, I don't want to make you depressed. Half of you are going to walk out of the room, but don't do that. Are going to experience massive double-digit premium hikes, okay? And they're far greater than what you've been told. You've been told numbers because they didn't want to do it before the election. I worked very hard to force those numbers out. It's going to have a great impact on, my poll numbers are going through the roof. You know why? I really believe a big part of it is Obamacare, because we're going to repeal it and replace it. In the great state of Arizona, premiums are going up more than
It's ridiculous how high these prices are going. It's
over 90% of the counties.
And people still think Obamacare is a good thing.
And they're losing the insurers that put Obamacare there. But you know what? We're going to make it 100% of the counties because we're going to terminate Obamacare, and it's not going to make a difference. We'll be terminating Obamacare, and we'll be replacing it with so many different options. But you'll have great health care at a fraction of the cost, and it'll be great. With Obamacare, premiums are surging, companies are leaving, insurers are fleeing, doctors are quitting, and deductibles are going through the roof. Yet crooked Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare, making it even more expensive. It's going to go way up. Going to go way up. Obamacare is going much higher.
Now, what's messed up, a very recent poll has 83% of the people say that Hillary Clinton broke the law and is guilty, is corrupt.
Nobody in this room can believe what's going on in Washington. Nobody in this room can believe what's going on with the FBI and what's going on with the Department of Justice. Nobody. Nobody can. Nobody can believe it. I'm asking for your vote so we can repeal and replace Obamacare and save health care for every family in Florida and in our great country.
All right. One of the things is, I haven't gone through this, but there's a 2-minute Trump ad. We're going to play that real quick.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Now, you have Hillary Clinton, on the other hand. She was at a Pennsylvania area church Sunday morning, and she wanted to remind us, and quote, "Here in America, when our founders said all men are created equal, well, they left out African Americans, they left out women, they left out a lot of us, but that didn't stop generations of Americans from pushing forward, making clear we were not satisfied with just half measures." Well, and she went on to talk about we didn't all get the vote. Here's the problem, you dumb bitch. It was the Democrat Party that kept women from voting. It was the Democrat Party that kept blacks in chains. It was the Democrat Party that kept them from voting. It was the Republican Party that fought and fought to free the blacks. It was the Republican parties that fought to give the blacks its civil rights, right to vote. It was the Republican Party, not your Democrat Party, that fought for, 100 years to get women, to give women the right to vote. It was the Republican Party. This woman hates this fucking country so bad that she is slamming our forefathers. There's a lot of things that were done back then that I do not agree with. But when we don't agree that in the Middle East, women aren't allowed to drive cars, but Hillary Clinton sure as hell takes money from those countries and is beholden to those countries. I do not believe in slavery, but Hillary Clinton takes money from those same countries that still enslave people and sell slaves. Hillary Clinton takes money from countries that do not allow women to vote. She's beholden to those countries. So please explain to me how she is for women's rights, anti-slavery, pro-women, all that. How is she for it when she takes money and supports countries that do not allow women to vote? Please explain that to me. Because you can't have it both ways. What she's doing is she's telling people this because that's what they fear. They don't know that that was the norm world over back then. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's the way the world was. We talk about how in America, we came in, we took the land. How the hell do you think countries were established back then? That was the normal. That was the human race. You had it with tribes in Africa, the blacks. They killed each other to take each other's land. The American Indians, how the hell do you think they got more land? They killed and wiped out other tribes. I get so sick of that argument. Because it is a empty argument to try to divert and deflect the conversation. They don't want to talk about what the Democrat Party is doing to this country now, so they try to blame it on everything and anybody else so that they do not have to talk about the subjects. I am so sick and tired of that. when will we wake up? She makes these asinine comments like this, and a lot of the Democrats do, and they're so easy to smack down. But people get wrapped up in actually discussing it. That's what they want. They want to divert away from the subject. There was no immigration laws because there was no country when the Pilgrims came here. They came here as explorers, and sometimes when you explore to take, well, you have to take. And it wasn't always the Pilgrims starting the fight. They were attacked just as much, but we don't talk about that part. Nobody is innocent in this life. Past, present, or future. There will always be good and bad in everything. She deflects so bad because she doesn't want to talk about her issues. And we all know she has a bunch of them. Let's talk about it today. Hell with it. We're going to talk about it today. Let me pull up an article real quick. A new investigation has found, which we all know, anybody that has followed Benghazi knows, that the Benghazi guards that were hired from the locals turned and helped with the attack. Well, it comes to find out It comes to find out that the State Department, over internal objections, hired a company, a Wales-based Blue Mountain Group, put an ad in a local paper after they got a $9.2 million annual contract. Against objections, Hillary Clinton gave this company the contract, and they hired anybody they wanted for security of our consulates. They hired terrorists to guard our ambassador. I just... But, of course, we can't talk about Ghazi because, well, that's another Hillary fuck-up big time. They just put an ad in the local paper and said, hey, who wants to have a job? You're going to be working at the U.S. Embassy. How stupid. And this woman wants to run our country. She wants to increase Middle Eastern, from terrorist to countries, Muslim refugees by 550%. Now, I want to know why. Why? It's not, you're not trying to save people. You know there's going to be terrorists in it. They've threatened. ISIS has said, well, that's what we're going to do. You're doing jack shit to fight ISIS. John Teagan said that many of the local Libyans who attacked the consulate on the night of September 11, 2012 were actual guards that the State Department under Hillary Clinton hired to protect the consulate in Benghazi. The guards were unvetted and were locals with basically no background at all in providing security. Most of them have never held a job in security in the past. Blue Mountain Libya, at the time of being awarded the contract by the State Department, had no employees, so they quickly had to find people to work regardless of their background. You just can't make this shit up. And this woman wants us to go vote for her tomorrow. And understand this. Comey played politics again. And closed the email investigation. 650,000 emails in a couple of weeks when it took them, a year and a half almost to go through 50,000 emails? Yeah. Just because that's closed doesn't mean she didn't do anything wrong. Just because that closed doesn't mean that the other 4 investigations on Hillary and her foundation are not closed. I don't want a witch hunt into Hillary Clinton. I want justice, and justice has not prevailed. It's funny. The Democrats can scream, no justice, no peace, but God forbid if we said that on the right. I wish I had the stamina. I would go out there tomorrow all day and hold a sign. The one thing we really haven't discussed over this is her role in Benghazi. Nobody's discussed it. Benghazi's been tossed to the side. The left is freaking out. Trump campaign headquarters all over the country have been vandalized. There's been shots fired. There was an incident in Nevada at a Trump rally. It's just not good. It's the left showing their violent side. Talk about the you have the Hillary campaign rally the other night. She had Jay-Z out there. Jay-Z was out there doing a concert in Beyonce. Let's see if I can find those lyrics real quick. Here's a good one. Bill Myers, whatever the hell the dumbass's name, during his stand-up comedy special, he says he'll fucking kill Anthony Weiner if Hillary Clinton loses. He blames it all on Anthony Weiner if Hillary loses. Not Hillary Clinton's failures. No, we won't blame that. We're going to blame Anthony Weiner when she allowed him to be so close to her. This woman's judgment sucks, to put it bluntly. And we'll get back to that a little bit. Yeah. Come on. I thought I put it in here. Come on, where are those notes? Nope. All right. Oh, say, can you see? So everybody has a problem with, well, I shouldn't say everybody. So they have a trouble with Trump's text, tweets. And that's what Hillary Clinton says. We shouldn't have these types of people out there talking. But she will have Jay-Z do a concert for her as he goes off and dirt off your shoulder. If you feeling like a pimp N-word, go brush your shoulder off. Ladies is pimps too. Go and brush your shoulder off. N-word is crazy, baby. Don't forget that boy told you. Get that dirt off your shoulder. Now I got a tattoos on my back, psycho bitches in my lobby. I got haters in the paper, photo shoots with paparazzi. Can't even take my daughter for a walk. If this is all you had to deal with, N-word, deal with it. This shit ain't work. This light work, camera snapping, my eyes hurting, N-word dying back where I was birthed. Fuck your irises and the IRS. Get the hell off your high horse. You got the shit that N-word die for. Dry yours. Why you mad? Take the good with the bad or throw the baby out with that bathwater. You still alive, still that N-word. N-word, you survived. You still getting bigger. N-word, living the life. Vanilla wafers in a villa. Illest N-word alive. Michael Jackson Thriller. Could you imagine if Donald Trump said anything like that? Hillary Clinton would have had a heart attack. So she talks about this, and everybody knows Jay-Z's music, and I don't care about Jay-Z's music. I'm not here to criticize his music. But I have a problem when Hillary Clinton talks about taking the high road, then holds a concert because she wants the black vote. And that's all it is. She wants the black vote. So she has Jay-Z who talks about prostitution, drug dealing, killing, and using a lot of foul language. I don't give a shit about that. But don't sit there and sit on your high horse and say Trump says mean things and then go and hold a concert like this and have someone sing about the things you're against. That's my issue. I am not a rap fan. But it's music. It takes a creativity. It takes a genius to be able to create that type of music. Not a fan of it. Doesn't mean I can't see the genius in the music. Hopefully people understand that. I listen to heavy metal. There's a lot of people that don't like the music I listen to. Shit, I even like some classic. I may not like all of it, but I can see the genius in it. The composure part, just everything working together. And I can do that with rap. I don't like country music either. Oh, do I hate country music. But I can see the genius in it. And I don't think it shouldn't be played and people shouldn't listen to any type of genre. I really don't give a shit. Everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes. But my point is, it's just don't sit there and get on a high horse and say, this person can't speak like that, but I'm going to allow this person to speak like that. It's called a fucking hypocrite is what it's called. And that's Hillary Clinton. She is a fucking hypocrite from the word go. I don't know what. Is it going to be the end of the country? No. But is it going to be the end of America as we know it? Yeah. We're already in trouble. Do I think within a year or two after getting in office will SHR Media be put down like a dog because we bite the government back? Yeah, I do. I can see that happen. That doesn't guarantee it's going to happen, but I can see that happen. I could see all of us on the alternate media, because we dare speak out when the mainstream media has been bought out. Ooh, looks like Project Veritas has a new video. All right, let's see what Project Veritas now has.
America can't succeed unless you succeed. That is why I am running for President of the United States.
When Hillary Clinton became an official candidate for president, she was subject to the Federal Election Campaign Act, which requires compliance to campaign finance laws.
Can you promise me I'll be the first time voting? Please do your best for me, Hillary. Just for me.
Journalists from Project Veritas Action covered the Clinton launch in New York this past June. It was quite an event.
Chelsea! Send me an email. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us.
The campaign set up a booth to raise money. Hillary supporters could make campaign donations and get Hillary souvenirs in return.
Hi, can I get a hat and a rainbow button, please?
Hold on, 1 second.
No, I know, but I don't think I can. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes.
On this day, some very senior staffers manned the booth. This is Molly Barker. She is the director of marketing for Hillary Clinton's entire presidential campaign.
Hey, Erin, wait, before you take another person, so she's Canadian, and so we can't take her. Do you have a green card or a U.S. passport?
And this is Erin Teeb, Hillary's compliance manager for the entire presidential campaign. It's Teeb's job to make sure the campaign does not violate any of the FEC campaign finance laws. Our journalist went to the booth and met this woman from Canada in line.
Where in Canada are you from? Montreal. Oh, okay. That must be nice.
When the woman from Canada got to the head of the line, there seemed to be an issue.
Hey, Erin, wait, before you take another person, so she's Canadian, and so we can't take her. Do you have a green card or a U.S. passport?
No, why would I? I'm Canadian.
Sure. So we can't take contributions from anyone that's not a citizen of the United States? But she traveled all the way from Canada to support Hillary. You could give her. She's paying cash.
Partner.
Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
It's not my role. I'm very sorry.
When I go back to Canada, I will be talking about it.
The law is very clear. Foreign nationals cannot contribute to presidential campaigns. But it didn't take long for these campaign staffers to think they had found a way to skirt the law and take the Canadian woman's money.
I get it. It's the Federal Election Commission requires...
Can I give her the money? She's American, and she can buy it for me?
She could make a donation.
She can buy it for me?
Sure, I'll buy it.
She's buying it.
So Canadians can't buy them, but Americans can buy it for them? Not technically. You would just be making the donation. Oh, okay.
Not technically really means not legally. Let us rewind here. Our journalist went to the Hillary booth and just by pure happenstance was in line next to this woman from Canada. We do not know her. She is not one of our journalists. This event was totally spontaneous. The Canadian woman wanted to support Hillary's campaign, and Molly Barker broke the law by allowing our journalist to become the middleman.
Sure, I'll buy it.
She's buying it.
So Canadians can't buy them, but Americans can buy it for them? Not technically. You would just be making the donation. Oh, okay.
The FECA prohibits contributions by foreign nationals to campaigns directly or indirectly. The law also prohibits making and accepting contributions in the name of another person.
So it'll be a total of 75.
Thank you.
Yeah, it worked out because you're Canadian, I'm American, and I did it for you.
Thank you so much.
Imagine how much more support you'd get. I mean, like, so much support all around the world for Hillary. Yeah, and if we were allowed to legally by the Federal Election Commission to have people give donations who weren't citizens, we would.
But again, Allowing someone else to make the donation for a foreign national is against the law.
Well, at least I was able to help her out, because we need as many people as possible. So, well, thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Just minutes after this illegal exchange, Hillary took to the stage, with our journalist standing nearby.
We have to stop the endless flow of secret, unaccountable money that is distorting our elections, corrupting our political process, and drowning out the voices of our people.
Just to repeat, these senior Hillary campaign officials are not rookies. They know the ins and outs of the election code, and we've shown you they're willing to break the law. Next up, we go even deeper inside the Hillary campaign to show you how election laws and rules are ignored at every level. Stay tuned, Hillary, and check your email.
You've got me.
Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. I'm just looking through some of the Veritas videos. It's... And you have new WikiLeaks documents dumping. It's ridiculous what's going on. Jake Tapper, he's caught up. I'm just absolutely appalled. Hillary goes on all the time talking about how she wants to take money out of the dirty money, and she's one of the biggest offenders of it. Sorry, I'm trying to find... I know I had it, but... Trying to find shit on... Now, let's just say Trump landslides. What is all the media going to do? They're going to have a shit fit. Because they're going to be dead wrong. But I just... I wonder how it's going to come out, and we'll know tomorrow. It's not looking good for America. It's... DNC leaks too. Chelsea Clinton used foundation resources to pay for her wedding. That's always a good one. Don't know about that. Yeah, it seems that the Clintons are so fucking scared of WikiLeaks and what they have, and they have shut down WikiLeaks, at least temporarily, with a DOS attack. Our government, our work people, scared of the unknown out there. it's well, it seems they're back up and running. I didn't think it'd get taken down that hard. Now Sweden has gone from, a warrant for Julian Assange to just want to interview him. So the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has found that Julian Assange is being arbitrarily and unlawfully detained by Sweden and United Kingdoms, and that he must be immediately released and compensated. The working group spent 16 months investigating the case before issuing the opinion. The process was adversarial. The UK and Sweden took part by making submissions to working group. So I don't know. It's we got WikiLeaks that emails that Hillary Clinton knew she was helping Islamists move into power in Libya. Again, doesn't surprise me. Clinton top aide and chief of staff at state Cheryl Mills was against Clinton running for president. CNN was asking the DNC for questions when they interviewed Trump and Cruz. It's absolutely a joke, people. Our system is a goddamn joke. Our legal system within the FBI is a goddamn joke. The DOJ is a joke. It is a political arm. This is what the Democrats bitched about against Nixon. And now they're doing the exact same thing. They are using federal departments for political gain. It's it's going through these new DNC leaks. I didn't have a chance to get through them. It's that time. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube, Spreaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to support the show and support SHR Media, go to Reaver.one, click on the shop button. So I'm going through these emails. The DNC leaks 2, part 2. It's amazing. If we have a likelihood of getting sued, I need to look at it closely, too, if you want to move forward. Well, we might get sued. It might be false information, might be slander, but, let me look at it first before we go and put it out there. Let me weigh the... And now the Democrats who just, not even 20 hours ago, hey, how you doing, Kel? Just 20 hours ago were slamming Comey are now praising him again. It's, oh my God. You had one politician that wanted investigations into Comey and was threatening Comey. Now, they're best buddies. Give me a fucking break. And going on to the Russia tie, this actually had nothing to do with Donald Trump. They had information that a former Rand Paul foreign policy advisor had ties to the Russian government. So, we don't have a ton on Sims, but the pro-Russia stuff ties in pretty well to the idea that Trump is too friendly with Putin and weak on Russia. They know there was no connection. Hillary Clinton camp figuring out a way to turn Benghazi emails into a joke, because that's just oh so funny. Trust me, most of the emails themselves are funnier than any joke we can come up with. Read in total by America. She would either win 49 states or lose 49 states. I go back and forth. I'm not hard over either way, but I would not make a joke just for the sake of making a joke, because email retention equals Benghazi. As I said, they tried DOSing WikiLeaks and the internet ultimately, and it didn't do much. Damn it, I have one other. I lost it. It's. There's this one, the Hillary camp discussing danger of Trump suing them for defamation if they got caught posting fake Craigslist ads to smear them with sexual misconduct. Just talked to Jackie. Apparently because we're talking about sexual harassment and the defamation risk is really high, but he hasn't been litigious yet, so... It's... I think the best one that I heard so far, and it's not a DNC, like, it's Bill Mathers again. So he comes out, after he threatens to kill Anthony Weiner, which I want to know why he isn't in handcuffs right now, being taken downtown for interrogation. Because Lord knows if one of us made a death threat like that in public, we would be taken out in handcuffs. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the whiny little bitch, which is referred to as Republicans, he called him a Russian agent also, a racist, a liar, a tax cheat, a draft dodger, a deadbeat, a Russian agent, and a rapist. Well, what's funny? Hang on, let's go to the draft dodger. Hillary Clinton's husband dodged a draft. He left the country to not get drafted. Donald Trump got a medical discharge. Ooh, one left the country, became president, and the other one, well, oh my God. Tax cheat? Using legal tax code is a tax cheat? A Russian agent, which the FBI has already said there is no fucking connection. And the rapist is just hysterical. That one is just a left field trying to silence everybody on the Bill Clinton talk. It's already been shown that, number one, it was a civil lawsuit, not a criminal lawsuit, and it's been dropped for a third fucking time. And they made a joke that Trump is like Y2K. But who knows? Even if he loses his army of whiny little bitches, these people are crazy. They think if Hillary's elected, this is the end of civilization. They're so brainwashed that we're living in this country of disaster where there's always a cold knife at your heart and a brown dick at your lips. And then he thought it would be smart to say Ben Carson's a flying monkey, along with Kelly Conway, Giuliani, and Mike Pence. Now, if someone on the right had said that about a black man, holy shit, the media would lose their mind. But again, this is towards former Congressman Anthony Weiner, that cock that ended the world, and said he would fucking kill him if Hillary Clinton lost the election. And he tried comparing the email scandal of Hillary Clinton to Deflategate. And her emails are a minor crime. It's a minor crime. God, it just... And that wasn't it. I mean, he admits that they cried wolf about Bush, McCain, Romney. So they admit they used these lines as a lie. But this time, it's different. We're going to say the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, but this time it's different. That's what you said last time and the time before. You are a joke, and it's not a funny joke, Bill Mathers. Yeah, you have a show on HBO. Great, you suck a lot of dick. Congratulations. Pretty sure you went through more knee pads than any baseball player. I should say catchers. And now, he says that George Bush, McCain, and Romney were honorable men who he disagreed with, even though you made the accusations that they were going to destroy the world, they were racist, they were all these other ists. But now it's different. It's different. Listen here, you jackass piece of shit. You didn't make it as a comedian. You're not making it as a political pundit either. The only joke that you tell is your life. The only reason why I won't pay for HBO is because you're sorry ass. Yeah, one person doesn't matter. My parents won't do it. My brothers won't do it. I know friends that won't do it. It starts to multiply. I'd never seen an election where they want to attack the supporters so fucking bad. This is not a threat. Any of you little bitches got a problem? Step up. I'm tired of playing nice. It's not a threat. I'm taking their stuff as a threat, and I'm telling you, step up or shut the fuck up. You want to come talk shit? Come talk shit to our faces. Don't sit behind a mic, you little pussy. Yeah, I know, as I'm doing it behind the mic, but I have no problem standing up. I am so sick of their fucking mouths. I have not attacked the supporters. I question, but I don't attack. I don't insult. But all this bitch has done, and all her little flying monkeys, as he likes to put it, her little fucking lemmings want to attack us. You want to call me deplorable? Fuck you. I've been called worse. Names, no big deal. You want to start stepping up and running your mouth like you do? Have the balls to go out in public and do it with no security. I know his pussy ass won't do it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't say pussy anymore because the liberals don't like the word. Unless I'm a rapper. Then I could say whatever the fuck I want and they'll back me up. If I'm a rapper, I could say whatever I want. I could talk about raping. I could talk about pimping. I could talk about murder. But if I'm a presidential candidate, I can't talk anything when it's against them. They want the Republicans to lay down for them. They know any opposition to a Democrat candidate will end their careers because they are corrupt, these Democrats are. They are lying. They are pieces of shit anymore. There is no difference between the Democrat Party and the mafia. Well, the mafia at least had some honor codes. Democrats don't. I'm had it with these hacks. We could disagree and be adults about it, but the crap that they're pulling. And what's funny is she needs so many people around her to prop her up. The fucking crypt keeper needs a hand up her ass to keep her to stand straight up. Donald Trump needs himself. That tells me who the better candidate is. When she needs 10, 20, 30 people to go out and campaign for her. Not with, campaign for her. She can't handle the job as presidency. Not because she's a female, because she can't handle it. She needs concerts by all these celebrities. She needs Madonna going out there and offering sexual favor, which is against the law. You need Katy Perry talking about going out and voting naked. You need Jay-Z and Beyonce going out there spewing anti-cop, murder, rape, drug selling. You need Obama going out there screaming at people to shut up and sit down. It's just, oh my God. Joe Biden hit his normal stupidity. Michelle, Elizabeth Warren, Sanders, and the list goes on and on and on. And who goes out and campaigns for Trump? Well, we have Trump. We have Trump. We have people that open up for Trump, but Trump goes out there. He did what, 4 or 5 rallies yesterday alone? Hillary can barely do one every 3 weeks. And I'm hoping this trend goes. You want to be independent, be independent. You want to be a Republican, be a Republican. If you want to be a Democrat, be a Democrat. But I'll tell you this. The blacks only want, the Democrats only want the blacks for one thing. For a vote. That's all they're good for. The Democrats have been misusing the black people for hundreds of years now. And it's no different. Even under Obama, he used them for a vote and then discarded them. And you have a black leader, the president of the Coalition of African-American Pastors, endorsed Donald Trump for president. Reverend William Owens, who is endorsing the Republican candidate as a private citizen, says Trump deserves the chance to prove himself. He stated, when I first called to help others, I began an organization called Give Me a Chance Ministry. Our goals was to provide scholarships, tutoring, and mentoring programs to underdeserved students. One of the keys to that remarkable successful program was the fact that we asked nothing from the university involved other than that they give these students a chance to excel. That is the position I find myself in today when looking at the best candidate for president. Donald Trump has humbly asked the African community to give him a chance. After witnessing 50 years of failure from the Democrat Party, compounded by a growing hostility to religion in their platform, I feel that it is definitely time that we give Mr. Trump that chance to prove he could be a great president. The Democrat Party has asked the black people for everything and gave nothing back to them. All the major cities that are crumbling are run by Democrats. They've been run decades by Democrats. They've asked for everything: support, votes, unquestioning loyalty, and give nothing. I'm not asking anybody to behold themselves to one party. Never would. But I can tell you this, Democrat Party right now, I can't think of a time when they were for the black community. They've done everything to destroy the black community. I'm hoping people wake up out of that haze that is the Democrat lies. And we send the Democrats packing this election. We have a presidential candidate that's not part of the establishment. And I mean political establishment. I keep hearing North Carolina's a toss-up. Every goddamn poll I see has Trump up by like 7. God, Fox has gone downhill so bad. It's... how bad it is with Hillary. How lazy she has gotten. She told her maid to print classified information. Understand, people, if any of us did 1/10 of what she has done, 1/10, and people have done 1/10 of what she's done, and they're serving prison time. I know a good buddy of mine, he put it out there. At 18, he was in the military, had secret clearances. It knew better. Knew he couldn't do what Hillary has done. She told her maid, you need to go dust that china cabinet. And while you're in there, can you print out these top secret documents for me? How temperamental is Hillary Clinton to run the country, as she had lost it for 5 days in a row, screaming and yelling. But she's temperamental. Fuck you, Fox. What a joke. It's our country is reeling from the Obama experiment. And I'm at a loss. It's crazy. And I do too. I'm having moments of doubt. I mean, jitters and all that. I honestly think Trump is going to win, and I think he's going to win in a landslide. And I hate predicting things because anything can happen. Anything can happen. My gut and what I see in actual numbers, not these fucked up polls that, like I said earlier, if you look at them, most likely to vote has Hillary Clinton up by 400% likely to vote amongst Democrats. You know, these polls are so bullshit, it's not funny. Even someone like me is able to find how they're swaying the polls. Looking at social media, looking at campaign rallies, you know, just looking at that, I see there's this gigantic group. I see Democrats for Trump, blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump, Hispanics for Trump, Muslims for Trump, Sikhs for Trump. I don't see any of that happening for Hillary. I don't see the excitement for Hillary. Hillary's running, yay. And anybody that listens to my show, I'm pretty sure you've seen a Trump rally, at least on Facebook or online, and you got thousands of people screaming and yelling, excited. And I mean, I probably could make more noise here by myself than I've heard at a Hillary rally. It's playing around with the sound things. Hold on, let me see something. It's people understand that Trump has a better understanding of the economy than Hillary. Trump talks more about protecting this country and going after ISIS. Hillary wants open borders. I've said it before, I love our neighbors, but I don't want open borders. We're not a country at that point. We're not a country. All right, we'll get on with more information right after this. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube Speaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cough for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. Kel, I want to talk. I don't think I would love to, but with SHR, we have our big thing going. and I'm working with Sean to help with the phone situation. So I won't be able to make any other phone calls out that night. I apologize. It's to put it bluntly, I'll be connected to Sean. Everybody calling in will be calling in through me, so he could just mute the line and I deal with the people calling in. So I gotta stay connected, if that makes any sense. So also this one. There is a guy, Justin Fareed, Fareed. Someone changed the sign and changed one of the E very easily to a T, and it says, Justin farted for Congress. I find that so funny. Now, I think this sums it up. Because there's been a huge talk of there is a silent majority for Trump. Think of these polls and what they're showing, and think of an iceberg. You only see, 10% above? That's what the polls are showing. Then there's that group. That aren't speaking. That are under the water, that are hiding. I don't want to say hiding, but they're keeping what their vote is to themselves. So it's. I think that's perfect representation. Whew. Oh boy, that shows my day how it's going. Oh, Clinton's yelling again. Don't even need to have it on. She's got that face. I'm pissed off and constipated. I didn't take my poop this morning. Let's see what the witch has to say. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
What the stakes are, I love you all too. Absolutely.
Wow, she's imported a lot more people this time. I can actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't feel like listening to that crap. And it's funny because she hasn't been able to get
up your minds or thinking maybe it's not worth voting at all. Let me just say, the choice in this election.
I can't. I'm sorry. That voice is grating to me. Is grating. It's like when your mother yells at you with that voice and you know, oh God, I'm in trouble. She has that grating voice like that, except I know I'm not in trouble. It's people, we have a decision to make, and I think it's a very simple decision. But that decision is different for everybody. It's your decision. It's your right. Vote how you want. And if you don't want to vote, that's your right to do it too. Here, I'm just going over some final information. Now, also in the state police in Pennsylvania have raided a Philadelphia office, a second office of a voter registration probe that is growing. Democratic grassroots organizations, they were raided and are searching for evidence of voter registration fraud. Sorry, with this government we have, even if they find it, it will be silenced real quick. Agents executed the warrant at a Fieldworks LLC office in North Philadelphia. As I said, it's the second one coming very shortly. No charges have been filed. Now, the company came out and said, well, the problem is we got to hire people on an hourly basis, and they're seasonal work, and they're going to cut corners when it comes to registering individuals and doing stuff to meet a quota. It's absolutely bullshit. They push these people, they tell them and show them how to do it. And then when these people get caught for doing what they're told to do, they turn their backs on the people. Their website doesn't say that there's quota, but as he said, there's quotas. And through independent job review sites about the organizations mentions their existence. In both the search warrants, copies of which were filed in court, investigators said they were also seeking information including quota information or bonuses. A spokesman for the company referred to a statement they released earlier this week when it was raided then. There's been multiple raids on this company that does voter registration for the Democrats. And they say they have zero tolerance for fraud and vow to work with authorities to seek the prosecution of anyone involved in wrongdoing. It's... Democrats have learned how to work the system and have continually done it. And the quote is from Christopher Galloway. It's one of the firm's owners. As an entity that hires, several thousand temporary hourly employees every year, we have come to realize that despite our best efforts to screen people, there are going to be employees that we hire who unfortunately try to lie to us, steal from us by getting paid for no work, and commit fraud. We know it's going to happen. We want to be the firm that fires them right away. He equips everybody with a phone that has a tracking device so the company can confirm they are working. Great. More bullshit. Same results. We have massive illegal immigrants registered, and Obama said that they won't be doing anything about it. He doesn't give a shit. Trying to find that article real quick. Bet you now I won't find it. Clinton Foundation. Hillary Clinton did not disclose a $1 million Qatar gift to the feds. She kept that quiet. Al Franken said, we will be having hearings on the rogue FBI. Good. I doubt that. Obama saying that Latinos should vote to give the undocumented families, in other words, the illegal immigrants, family members, a voice. Now, it was asked, is the election rigged? No, unfortunately, here in America, there is a tradition of making it hard for people to vote. Just 8 years ago, Obama was talking how even the Democrat Party has rigged the elections and how the elections are rigged. It just... And it's funny, many of the millennials, dreamers, and non-documented citizens, and I call them citizens because they contribute to this country. Oh, my God. So I could break the law, and as long as I contribute to the country, it doesn't fucking matter. How stupid are you? And he talks about how she says, so if I vote, will immigration know where I live? Will they come for my family and deport us? Not true. And the reason is, first of all, when you vote, you are a citizen yourself, and there is no situation where the voting rolls somehow are transferred over and people start investigating. The sanctity of the vote is strictly confidential in terms of who you voted for. If you have a family member who maybe is undocumented, then you have an even greater reason to vote. It's mind-boggling, mind-numbing. See if I can find this real quick before the end of the show. Now, this is back in 2008 with Obama campaigning.
Hold on. Wait for the mic so we can all hear you.
I would just like to know what you can say to reassure us that this election will not be rigged or stolen.
Well, I tell you what, it helps in Ohio that we got Democrats in charge of the machines.
The Democrats are in charge of the machines.
But look, I come from Chicago, so I want to be honest. It's not as if it's just Republicans who have monkeyed around with elections in the past. Sometimes Democrats have too. You know, whenever people are in power, they have this tendency to try to, tilt things in their direction. You know, whenever people are in power, they have this tendency to try to, tilt things in their direction. That's why we've got to have I believe, a voting rights division in the Justice Department that is nonpartisan and that is serious about, investigating cases of vote fraud, is serious about making sure that people aren't being discouraged to vote. That's why the voting rights legislation that was passed a couple of years ago to help county clerks make sure that the machines were in place.
He said it himself. Those in power will try to keep the power. They talk about Democrats all the time about trying not to, they don't want anybody discouraging people from voting. But yet they do it all the time. It's going to happen. Hillary Clinton, was out there trying to say she's won the election already. It's over. Well, why was she doing that? Because she didn't want people to vote for him. And she wanted to keep people home. She wanted to keep people from voting by using psychological warfare on them, by playing mind games with them. That's okay. That's acceptable. But if the Republicans did that same thing, the Democrats would blow a fucking gasket. The hypocrisy, and the Republicans let it go. The Republicans don't sit there and have the video queued up. When Obama was out there the other week saying Donald Trump needs to stop talking and whining about elections, well, they should have queued this up immediately and played it. Let me see what you got there, Cal. All right, I'm going to play. I haven't seen this before. Kel sent it to me.
The idea of American greatness, of our country as the leader of the free and unfree world, has vanished. I've decided to do something about it. I couldn't stand to see what was happening to our great country. This mess calls for leadership in the worst way. It needs someone with common sense and business acumen. Someone who can truly lead America back to what has made us great in the past. We need someone with a proven track record in business who understands greatness. Someone who can rally us to the standard of excellence we once epitomized. I started with the issue of illegal immigration and proposed building a major wall that would be very high and completely impervious to the flood of immigrants who we don't want or need here illegally. Suddenly, Americans started to wake up to what was going on with regard to illegal immigration. Despite the large number of candidates who were running for the Republican nomination, what I was saying started to really hit home with people. I started drawing very large crowds so that we had to move our rallies into football stadiums and convention centers. The first national debate drew 24 million viewers, which set a record for cable television. All of a sudden, people who had never cared about the election or never voted before were rushing to our rallies. The rallies became massive. The crowds were unbelievable. The enthusiasm was based on pure love and love of what we were doing. The media, the politicians, and the so-called leaders of our country reacted in horror. But I persevered and went directly to the people because I don't need anyone's financial support, nor do I need anyone's approval as to what to say. I just had to do the right thing. I had to do it. I had no choice. I see what's happening to our country. It's going to hell. I had to do it. I've committed to a truly more powerful military, one prepared and equipped to stand up to any and all of our foes. When we draw a line in the sand, it needs to mean something to all, especially our enemies. I've released a tax plan that gives the middle class and those with lower incomes a chance to keep more of what they earn, while restructuring how the richest Americans will be paying taxes. I've introduced a whole new approach to job creation by encouraging companies to bring more of their jobs in manufacturing back to the United States, home where it belongs, along with the trillions of dollars currently being held in foreign banks overseas. What we need is leadership that can deal with our mess and begin to apply practical solutions to our problems. There's so much untapped greatness in our country. Together, let's make America great again.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you, Kel, for that. Thank you very much. Now, I don't. New York Post is reporting that Hillary Clinton has called off election night fireworks. She had scheduled fireworks for her impending win on election night, has now canceled them. See, the way I see her talking compared to Trump, and anybody with a brain knows they have their own internal polling. They know the true numbers of what's going on. And I'm looking at the campaigns, and that's the other thing. I'm looking at actions of the campaigns. And, it shows me Trump's winning. Trump's acting nice and calm. He's going into blue states and campaigning in where no Republican dared to go before. And he's out there in them. That tells me that these leads he has is higher than we thought, and he's looking to shore up more support. That doesn't guarantee a win, but when I'm looking at all that, like I said, the rallies, social media, I'm looking at actions. It just... his campaigning techniques of going into states that, like I said, no Republican would dare go into. The only thing they have on the Democrat side, they're throwing all the accusations. They're attacking the supporters. And my mom was like, why is she attacking the supporters and insulting us? She goes, it's pissing us off. And I had to explain to her so she understood why Hillary's doing that. What she's trying to do is get people afraid to vote for Trump because you don't want to be part of that basket of deplorables. Even my dad was confused on it. I said, you don't want to be in that basket. You don't want to be a racist, do you? And she's like, I'm not a racist. I'm like, you don't want to be called a racist, though. So their idea is we point that finger and say, if you're a Trump supporter, you're racist. And the Democrats feel, because it's worked for decades, but people are growing tired of it and getting used to it. And they're not falling for it anymore. And the only thing it's done is pissed off a lot of people, her tactics. We've seen the same tactics over and over again. And as I said, from watching the rallies, the low numbers, Trump has not had to cancel a single rally. Hillary's had to cancel multiple. There was reports this weekend. It was a downpour. Hillary had to cancel because of a downpour. It was a drizzle. Hillary Clinton started to get rained on, and she had to cancel and get out of there. She is not campaigning like she should. When you have to have that many people out there campaigning for you, that's another thing that tells me things aren't going good. Obama campaigned for himself. He really didn't need any help. McCain, Romney were out there campaigning. Bush. Sometimes there's people out there helping them, but not like the Hillary campaigns. I for every 10 rallies somebody else does, it's like compared to one Hillary does. And that's going to be all for the show. Tomorrow I'll have the show, and then tomorrow night we'll have the SHR coverage of election night. God willing, we can start to turn this country around. Until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody. Be safe. If you haven't voted yet, get ready to vote. And if you're not voting, that's your right. Well, have a great day. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.